you're funding the property purchase, that's a lot simpler than going to fund the development itself. In terms of funding the development, this varies from client to client, and I guess the easiest of it all would be if a client is self-funded. But because of the cost of the purchase of potentially a block of land or a purchase of a site, and then the construction on top of that, usually, and I think there's a very small handful of cases that are self-funded, but usually someone needs funding from either banks where they can sort of lend money from that perspective, or what we've seen is using the help of superannuation. So what I'm going to be doing later is giving you some structures where we have helped clients access superannuation, whether it's their own or they've almost got like a bit of a syndicate with friends that they know of who can go in with them. So there are some scenarios I'll go through. Bank funding, again, depending on your structure, bank funding is a little bit less complex in most cases than funding through super or using part of super, where you basically just apply to the bank for a loan. And again, it depends on what you're funding. If you're funding the property purchase, that's a lot simpler than going to fund the development itself. So getting development finance, which is usually higher rates of interest, usually a few more hoops to jump through, and they will lend you less as a LVR than if you're going to buy a standard property from the bank or just a rental property. So just something to consider there. But yeah, they're the kind of three sort of funding points I see. So whether you've got all the cash you need in a bank already to carry out the development, or you need access to superannuation or bank finance or developer finance. So they're kind of the three different ways.